Right, so today's video hasn't really gone as planned. I set off this morning to go to the archery range. I was going to put a few arrows down range and then take you along to Kirkstone Pass, Snake Pass and some of the other passes in the Lake District and show you some other park ups. But I had a little problem. Let's talk about that. Right, today is not going well at all. We've had rain up here for the last 5 days. This is up in Morecambe, that is. We've had no solar whatsoever, very little. So today I've had to go out and do a few miles. So I thought I'd go to the archery range and put a couple of arrows down range and improve my archery. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Just as I've got onto the M6, there was a bit of a thud and I've lost power and now the engine management's lights on. Okay, so at 50,000 miles, my Fiat Ducato 2019 threw up a service required at 50,000. I ignored that. Well, I didn't ignore it. I'd done the service myself, but it still had a code on there. It said service required, and it gave me a countdown, a 1,000-mile countdown. So I ignored the countdown. After looking online, it said something about a service coupon. Anyway, I got to 51,000 miles and it came up service coupon required and it had 0 as a service. Now I ignored that. Well, I didn't ignore that. I actually bought an X-Tool and an X-Tool was on its way to me, but there was a bit of a balls up and I didn't get it in time. So anyway, carrying on from that, 51,000 miles, I carried on. Now 200 to 300 miles into that, I went into limp mode. So don't ignore it. You will go into limp mode. So I've gone to a man who can. So let's see what happens here. So this is one of the stresses of van life. Now you've seen that I mainly stick around Morecambe, Lancaster, the Lake District area. I do go further afield sometimes, but I try and limit my distances most of the time. It's only on the odd occasions that I go off for longer journeys. And that's simply because if you put loads of miles on your van, you're going to start running into bigger costs and bigger issues. Now, I was quite lucky that I was local to areas where I know people in the business that could help me and sort me out and get it done exactly on time without me hanging around and waiting for a long period. I could have been sat outside a garage somewhere else for days on end waiting for the guy to look at it. So I was very lucky. Thanks to Christian for that. I owe you one. So you're probably wondering, why am I just standing in the middle of my van? Well, let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm doing. There you go. I'm cooking chicken curry. I've got some friends coming round tonight and we'll see if we can have a bit of a chat with them a bit later on. Right, so we're sitting here this evening with my 2 guests. Let me introduce you. Lindsay and Jane. Rita Relay, your name as in Facebook and stuff, isn't you?
And Instagram,
yeah. Yeah, Instagram. So tell us about you. You're both full-time, aren't you?
We are full-time now.
Living in one van?
Yeah. 1 van, 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Sounds dodgy,
It
doesn't it?
does sound dodgy.
You've just been up to the lakes to...
Yeah, we've just been to the
Sam
Crafty
Anderson's
camp out.
Crafty Camp Out.
Yeah.
Does it twice a year. We missed the spring one, so we went up for this one. People from all over the place, isn't there?
Yeah.
So where you're from originally, where do you normally park up? Because you've said up this way, park ups are pretty accessible, aren't they? There's a lot of park ups.
We're based in Somerset.
Well,
Yeah.
Devon border.
Yeah.
So compared to what you have down there and up here in the lakes, quality of park ups, accessibility?
Much better up here, much easier. You get a choice. You look at a kind of an area and there's like at least 3 or 4 park ups you can find. You can go down to Devon or Somerset and you literally look for a park up and you're lucky if you spot one. I don't know if it's people aren't registering the park ups down there, but since we've been down in Devon, we found loads that aren't really nice park ups, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not on the park for night.
No.
I don't know if people try to put them on and they get rejected, or
I think
people just
a
don't
lot
bother.
more people are getting wise to the fact that they need to keep the park ups to themselves.
I've got what? Let me just turn it. Right, so I've got wise myself about giving out park ups, and I've stopped doing it for the simple reason is what you've just said, that people who don't want to put the effort in finding places abuse the position of just going on Park for Night, finding a park up, going out there, trashing it and leaving waste and rubbish and everything else, and then moving off and finding the next one.
Yeah.
So I really disagree with people giving out park ups and making it easy for people to find park ups. Make it more difficult, so they've got to work for the park up that they stay at, and they might consider what they do there and whether they abuse it, and it gets shut down a little bit more. Well, there's me, my rant and moan.
No, I agree. It's too easy.
Yeah.
I think these apps, there's a new app out now, isn't there? Someone's been YouTubing about it, where you pay a donation to park there. It's people's land and all that.
Oh,
and it's part of Park for Night.
Yeah.
I think Park for Night is too easy.
I think that with something like that, where you pay a little bit of money, it tells you who's going to be parked there before you get there.
Yeah.
So the idea is that if you could choose to be on your own in that particular spot on
Right.
someone's land.
Okay. Yeah. But
the trouble is the people that own these bits of land are just going to get greedy. I think they're going to start requesting silly amounts of money when there's not much there, bar a bit of grass.
I also think that these Park for Night, and there are other apps as well, not just picking on that one, makes it lazy for people to find park ups.
Yeah.
Get out there, drive around, have a look, and you'll find park ups that other people.
You'd find better park
You'll
ups.
find better park
Yeah.
ups.
Yeah.
You know, don't rely on someone else to found it for you,
Yeah.
because I think it's just lazy, to be honest.
Yeah. I agree.
I think it's aimed at a certain type of person. You don't want to park up with a load of other vans in a car park for the night, because you know, when we park up, we want to be on our own somewhere.
I do.
most of the
Yeah.
time. All right, we'll park next door to you tonight.
It's a one-off. It's a one-off. Well, no, it's not a one-off, because you've done it a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago. Yeah.
But yeah, park handy if you're stuck. And another, not just pickups are available. But yeah, these apps, are out there.
Park for Night's the easiest to use.
It is the easiest.
It's
to use.
the most well-known, I think.
If we don't know the
If
area
you're lost,
well,
yeah.
we'll get an idea.
Yeah.
But like friends contact us, we contact friends. We're in such an area. Do you know anything that's nice?
Yeah.
And we share amongst ourselves park ups that aren't on these apps. But people have used them. They've done their own research. They've been out looking. They've found somewhere nice to park
I've seen
up.
too many places become flooded, and then the council or whoever owns that bit of land
We'll
shut
put
it
an height
down.
restriction in or something. Yeah.
They put a height barrier in. They put a restriction
Down
in,
on the
that's
south
it.
coast, down Worthing, Littlehampton, and all that. It's a nightmare. They've got all these car parks that are empty during the night, and they got 2.2 metre height restrictions.
Yeah.
They could actually be utilising those and actually making money out of them. You know, we don't want to stay there more than one night. We don't want to outstay our welcome.
Yeah.
Well,
to be honest.
the trouble with that is, though, a lot of these councils that do then think, oh, we'll make some money out of this car park overnight, they charge you £15 to park on a bit of tarmac and don't even provide a bin.
Or a car park that is got no facilities, and they want to charge you for it.
A car can park
So-
overnight
sorry,
for a
but that's
fiver.
too much money.
You guys have the same sort of attitude as me, don't you? It's sort of like you want to stay for free. It's not really for free though, is it? Because you pay your taxes, you buy from the local shops, you support the local economy. Everywhere you go, you are a tourist and you're supporting the local economy.
If we don't have to pay for somewhere to park, like we did stay the other day in a car park and we didn't have to pay, we went to the local pub, we had a meal, we had a pint, because we could afford to do so. If we've had to pay to park in the car park, we can't then afford to spend more.
Yeah, I've pressed that home a few times now on my videos, that if the councils are charging people like us to park in local areas, then we pay to park, but then we don't support the local economy. We can't spend our money in both places, so we've got to decide on where we spend the money. So driving around the lakes, have you found the roads any different from down your way? Are they narrower? Are they any worse, better? Smoother.
Less potholes.
Seriously?
Yeah. Come down to Somerset and in Devon, and you'll find out
the roads are
the potholes literally join.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The roads are abysmal down that end of the neck of the woods. They are absolutely terrible, aren't they?
they're all free. Yeah.
What about the width of roads?
It's a mixture. We've
To be honest, when we went from across the fens there, the fells, the roads are actually wider.
Right. Okay.
It was only that little bit when we were going to Lower Lawton the other day when we had to go round the back roads. That
we
was
had to do a
narrow,
detour
weren't it? But
that wasn't signposted.
the main routes are okay.
But generally, the roads are a lot better up here.
Right. That's nice to know.
Yeah.
Surprising, actually.
In
But
Somerset, a lot of the problem is hedgerows. They don't cut them
I found
back
you
enough,
literally,
so you
as you come to a county border, and it will say, "Welcome to Lincolnshire," the roads will change. So either for the better or for the worse.
Yeah.
We found that over in Suffolk and all that, didn't we? Norfolk. It's like we went from Norfolk to Suffolk, and the Norfolk roads were beautiful. It said, "Welcome to Suffolk," and all the potholes started.
Yeah.
It's like there's no.
You can tell which councils care.
Yeah, you can tell which
Yeah.
councils actually care for the roads and which really don't give a monkeys.
So let me try and steer you away from. So let me try and steer you away from the parking. I think we could go on all night complaining about parking.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the winter van life stuff. Are you finding it difficult at the moment? I just want to cover a few of the issues that I'm finding has changed from the summer months and what normal real full-time, and I will stress real full-time van lifers, because there are a lot of fake ones out there that pretend to be full-time because they want to build a YouTube channel. So how are you finding it as far as solar and stuff's concerned?
We are struggling. We've got a 230 Roma battery, and we are.
Other
It's
batteries
not
are
enough.
available.
Yeah, but it's not enough. It's not enough for us.
It's not enough.
Oh, hold on. But if you want me to review one of your what is it?
A 230 Roma.
230 Roma, I might consider reviewing it, and then I can sell it to you guys at a bargain price as an upgrade.
Carry on.
Okay, so I'm looking for a 460 Roma battery to review. Well, Frogstar might even send one my way.
I love a Frogstar battery. Yeah, no, we are struggling, and we're not. I did speak to a guy that works for a battery company the other day, and he was like, "Oh, you're rinsing them," and I was like, "Well, we're not. We don't. Everything we have is 12 volt.
Yeah.
The fridge is a compressor fridge. The freezer is a 12 volt compressor freezer. We've got phones. We don't have laptops. We don't have cameras, anything like that.
No.
Jay does use a machine to help her breathe at night, but even that is 12 volt. So yeah.
So do you find the majority of stuff that you run in your van is all 12 volt?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and sneak a preview, although I think everyone else has been there before me. Story of my life. Everyone's been inside you. Inside your van, that is, before I got there. So I'm hoping to sneak a look tomorrow and see what you got. So what you got for solar wise?
We got 500 watt bifacial small cell solar panel. We've got 230 amp Roma
from City Plumbing, wasn't it?
City Plumbing.
Because I spoke to you about that, because I'm quite impressed by the output that you get from it.
Now.
Yeah.
We've got 230 Roma battery, lithium S3. We've got Victron 50 amp MPPT. We've got the Victron, I think it's the Orion XS B2B 50 amp.
Right.
We've got Shore Power 30 amp, which is again Victron. When we need it. What else we got? Anything else?
I think that's it.
Do you find that the Victron 50 is much better? The XS is better than the 30? Because I've still got the 30.
No, 30 overheats, and we were getting some days as low as 15.
Yeah,
The 30.
I had that issue, but
Whereas
I found
the new XS stays at 49.5 maximum.
Right. So yeah,
drops.
I had the same overheating issue that the Victron 30 would cut out and only give me a small amount of ampage, less than half of what, like you say, half of what it states as 30. But I found a little sneak around with that and managed to reprogram it, and I'm now getting around 30. So yeah, that was a benefit for me. But any other tips you'd like to give for people that are thinking about full-time, are in full-time, stuff like that?
Well, you've got to be prepared, haven't you? You've got to have a basic toolkit.
I don't think. I mean, a lot of people want to go with all electric in their vans.
Do you think it's possible?
I don't think it's possible.
I don't.
You could have the biggest battery in the world, but you still got to charge the
thing.
Yeah,
you've got to get it charged up.
Therefore, you've got to use a campsite, or you've got to do a lot of travelling.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't want to travel that far.
And you don't want to stay on campsites at the extortionate £30.
Campsite fees, you can't afford it all the time. Same as with these car parks, we couldn't afford to pay £10 every night.
The whole point of living in a van full time is that we don't need to work as much to pay as much money out. If you're going to live on campsites,
and also
you need to work to pay for that.
The beauty of having free park-ups is we can go to the villages, we can go to the supermarkets, we can go to the little cafes, and we can spend our money that way. And actually, we don't use the corporate places, you know, the corporate coffee shops and that. Yeah. We go to the coffee shops and the restaurants that are owned by them people that are actually in there serving the food. We're putting money in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
If we had to pay every night to park, we couldn't do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, and not all campsites, but some are very greedy.
Some are very greedy. Some are really good. We did have one near Stoke-on-Trent the other night. It was 24 quid. It was a caravan and camping club one, but it was out of season, so we didn't care that we weren't members. 24 quid including electric, and the showers were to die for. They were amazing.
Yeah.
It was worth that just to
I've got to admit, when you find a campsite or a place where you can have a nice hot shower, I use my local climbing wall. And I've also got a campsite where I can use the showers. It saves me having to stock up on lots of water myself that I need to refill my van with. If I can go into a place and pay a small fee and have a hot shower and run the shower for as long as I like. That's the other thing. In a camper van, I'm running the shower for such a small amount of time. I basically get wet, foam up, wash, turn the water off, should I say, wash, and then turn the water back on to rinse off, which is a pretty shit way of showering, really. So, yeah, if you do find a campsite, it's worth it in the end, isn't it?
So you can fill up your water, you can hook up, you can charge everything up, so you're pretty much good for another week. And then go and find your cheap free park-ups, and go and find your little cafes and just give it back.
So have you made any modifications that you would say is a must-do to your van? Because you guys actually have started to repair and fix vans as well, haven't you? Or are you?
We are in the process of setting up a
small business, to rent out bays to people who live in vans.
Right. So they can come in all weathers and be.
So tell us a little bit about that. Tell us your plans or your ideas on that, because that's interesting to me.
Go for it.
Do you actually want to reveal it at the moment, or it's a possibility?
It will happen, but we won't be ready to take customers until mid to late January next year.
Right.
Because we have to put some things in place.
Yeah.
So it'll work for them. But someone like yourself that lives in their van full time can come to us. They can rent a space with some tools and bits and bobs that they might need to do some jobs on their van. Be that, I don't know, brake discs and pads.
Yeah.
You want to modify something in your kitchen.
So it's basically a workshop.
Yeah.
A van life workshop.
A work area.
But it's clean, it's dry,
indoors,
it's warm.
Yeah.
Dry, warm. You know what you need during the winter.
You're not doing it in a lay-by on the side of the road in the cold and the rain.
Which I've done in the past.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We a friend of ours did much the same now, and it's cold and wet and horrible.
Yeah.
And luckily we're very close to a town that has plenty of shops and businesses that can supply the bits that you need.
So when you get your business sorted, put together, ready to open, you can come back to me and I'll advertise it for you and let everyone else know that it's available out there. So what sort of area are we looking at?
We're on the Devon-Somerset border.
Yeah.
Just off the M5.
So quite accessible really for a lot of people. Yeah.
It's accessible. We'll also be having, what we didn't mention, is people be able to drop in and fill their water up.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
Contribution towards the water, have a shower if they need it, again, kind of contribution. What you think is fair, just pay it forward. We're not going to put silly prices on anything.
Yeah.
Basically, if you want to shower, do a load of washing, fill up with water, get rid of your wastewater.
So you'll have a washing machine on site as well.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant.
Because that's something people do struggle to find. There are these wash me things, but they're bloody awful to use and very expensive.
Yeah, a lot of people put their horse blankets and dog blankets and everything else through those, so they
smelling worse.
They make you
in.
you make your washing stink.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, they're not nice and they are very expensive. I mean, we don't want people queuing around the block to do their washing. You know, that's not what we're about. But if you're passing, you'd be able to send us a message and just say, have you got a slot? And we go, yeah, you pop in at the
I'm sitting here filming this. I think we should have done a live, you know.
It'd be like, oh, we're passing about 2 o'clock. Is it possible we could stop in for a shower and do some washing? And we go, yeah, it's fine. The machine's free.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Now, why can't more people think of things like that? That is.
We're not out to make profit.
I mean,
we're not out to make.
A lot of caravan sites will allow you, if you ask, to go in and fill up your water and use the showers. A small thing.
Yeah.
But often not. You have to phone up and ask first, and you don't always know where you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Some aren't very happy with you doing that, and they don't like it.
Well, we all need water.
It's expensive on caravan sites.
We all need water. I mean, that's the hardest thing to find on the road.
So I'm going to be right up front here. How do you get rid of your piss and your shit? Go on.
So we've got a separate toilet.
Right.
And
seems to be common with women.
Yeah. We pee in a bottle. It's a bottle with just wee in it.
Yep.
If we are somewhere, I don't know, say we're at a labour, we'll empty that bottle into the hedge.
Yeah.
It's no different to your dog having a in the hedge.
And it's no good, no different than someone getting out and peeing up a bush.
Yeah.
So
if we are near a public toilet, we will empty the pee bottle into the public toilet. Again, it's no different to someone having a pee in the toilet.
If we're on a campsite or at a festival, use the Elson point.
Yeah.
We'll just empty it outside the van.
Yeah. The poo goes into a bin bag in a bucket because we've got our own separated toilet. It's the same as any other bought one, but cheaper. You tie that bag up and you can place it in any black bin and any dog poo bin, because all of that waste gets incinerated. So I've had that from a council telling me that. So I know.
Being a YouTuber, I get quite a lot of. So being a YouTuber, I get quite a lot of shit from people. Literally shit from people. It seems that we're talking about shit about me putting my personal poo. That I do the same sort of thing. I poo in a bag in my toilet, my Thetford toilet. I keep the urine and poo in separate, and I dispose of them in a dog poo bin. Now, I don't believe anyone has the job of sorting out a dog poo bin from human poo to dog poo. So complete nonsense for all you guys that are going to complain about it. Fuck you, I don't give a shit. That's me. Right. Yeah.
I rang our...
Go with that again.
Right. I rang our local council when we had a house.
Yep.
And I asked where I could dispose of human waste tied up in a bag. And they said to me that it is no different to sanitary waste, dog poo waste, or adult nappy waste.
Yeah, brilliant.
So any black bin is incinerated.
Wherever you would dispose of that, you could dispose of human waste.
See, now I worked for a school that had young children, 4-year-olds and below, or should I say 5-year-olds and below, who did poo, and the waste went into normal waste bins and was disposed of in our waste. And we actually had to have a risk assessment on this. And it was, as you say, it was clarified that the waste all went and got incinerated. There isn't no recycling as far as recycling goes. Someone doesn't jump into that bin and sort out poo from, I don't know, dog poo or human poo or your bag of rubbish that you've normally thrown into the bin. It's all incinerated, so you've got no worries there.
I think when you go to the tip or the recycling centre, they have a skip. And it says residual waste for something or other, doesn't it?
It's for power or something, isn't it? I can't remember how they word it now.
And that whole skip is burnt.
They basically burn that for
everything that can't be recycled, they burn it.
Yeah.
It doesn't go into landfill, it gets burnt.
What I will say is, though, if you're somewhere like, say you've parked up next to a canal at a CRT car park, and you think, oh, I'll just pop it in the bins that are there sometimes, they're biffer bins.
And they're paid for, aren't
private
they?
waste. They're
Yes.
paid for.
Yep.
And you cannot put your
You can't
human
put it in
waste
there.
in those.
Yeah.
They do sort it.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
But
No.
basically, the side of the road, any of those black bins that you've usually got a gold band and that around them, where they lift off and they just grab the bag out and shove it in the back of a little pickup, all goes to be burnt. They don't sift through any of that because there's all sorts of stuff in there.
Yeah.
There's food waste. There's, like I said, there's nappies.
Yeah.
You know, there's everything.
There's probably more worry about injections and needles and stuff like that getting jabbed by something that you're going to pick up rather than bloody someone's poo waste.
Tie your bag up. Make sure you know it's clean, and then bag it and bin it, and just be sensible with it. And like I said, it just goes all gets burnt.
Yeah. Right. So changing the subject altogether. 2 females in a van driving around the countryside, parking up. Are you concerned at any point? Do you actually do you have any safeguards that you put in place, as in the way you the places that you choose, the way you park your van, as in sort of a getaway vehicle? Do you have considerations that you go through, sort of like, as far as I'm concerned, if I park my van, I want an internet connection if I can, and that's it. Everything else I don't care about.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing we ever check is the van level enough, and have we got internet?
Well, I'll even sleep on the wonk.
If we've got good internet, we'll sleep on the wonk.
Yeah.
You may not how,
We
but
don't have a bulkhead in our van, and we purposefully don't have a bulkhead in our van. A, because it gives us more room, and B, because we can just get in the front and go if we need to.
If we need to. Not that we've ever done it.
We've never had to. We've never had any safety concerns. We've got CCTV.
Have you had any issues throughout? How long have you been in van life? Let's do that bit first.
In and out of van life.
In and out for
me,
15 years.
20 odd years.
So between 15, 20 odd years.
I mean, I had a van when I was young, when I was in my teens, late teens. I had a transit. So yeah, it's always been there. We've had one weird knock, didn't we? We've got ring doorbells on the corners of the van, and one night, 12:15, the ring doorbell went.
Right.
So check the app on the phone. There's no one there, and I'm like, okay, I'll check the other ring doorbell, which is at the back corner of the van, and some guy was stood there. He'd rang the doorbell and just stood there by the back corner of the van. And I'm
Pizza.
I'm like, what the hell do you do? We're in a car park. I'm not totally on our own, pitch black. So the first thing I did is open the door and let the dog out.
Yeah.
I thought the dog's going to get a first bite before he gets a chance to come round. But all it was is something had mauled one of his chickens, and he just got home late, and he wondered if we'd recorded anything on the camera.
Ah, right, okay.
But he didn't even think that we might be, a bit disturbed by the fact he was ringing the doorbell at 12:15. He did apologise afterwards that it was so late. But other than that, nothing.
Yeah. See, a lot of people worry that in van life you're going to get, I don't know, murdered in your bed at night, and it just doesn't really happen, does it? I mean, the only knocks I've had 3 knocks by police now. I've had a couple of people knock on my van recently. This is down at Morecambe Prom. They've knocked on my van and run away, and I went out and confronted one guy who was with his family, and I think it was his son that knocked on the van. And I gave him a lot of verbal abuse, and I don't think he'll ever walk past my van again. If you really piss me off and you know me, you realise don't knock on my fucking van. You don't want to piss me off. But yeah, so you're pretty much the same as me. You've had no worries really, and so you'd recommend van life to most people that are thinking about getting into it as a safety sort of concern.
Don't sit on get on and do it.
I wouldn't worry about safety. We know one woman, what she does when she leaves a big pair of steel toe cap boots outside her van on the step at night.
Or a big dog bowl.
And then what she does when she leaves the van, she turns around and says something like, I don't know, all right, Stu, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. There's no one else in there.
It makes her feel better.
So if anyone's listening, they think, "Oh God, there's a big guy in there." Big hairy guy. I'm not going to break in because I don't know who's in there. And a lot of the time, people don't know who's in a van. They're not going to come and break in. They're not going to come in because they're probably more worried about who's in there rather than you worried about who's out there.
Yeah. Maybe I should start hanging a pair of string underpants and a little really thin string vest on my van just to make me look very feeble.
Yeah, they'd probably run the other way then.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean sort of stained white pants.
But yeah, I mean, lucky one of our dogs. He'll literally, if he hears anything, he'll make a noise.
Yeah.
He'll make a noise.
So you've got 2 dogs
to
as
be
well,
honest,
haven't
I
you?
wouldn't want
We
to
do
get
have
bitten
2
by it.
dogs, but I mean, even before the dogs, when we were going, we had a house then, and we'd sit in the house and be like, "Oh, I don't want to be in here anymore." We'll go off for a couple of nights, and we'd just park wherever we found.
What made you sell up the house or get rid of the house and go to van life?
I had children, and I had to wait for the youngest to be able to move out. That's what kept us having a house as long as we had one.
Yeah.
But we weren't there a lot of the time. Probably about 70% of the year we weren't even in it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when we were there, I mean, I'd say to you, I'm going to go sleep in the van tonight.
Yeah, we would.
I hated bricks.
Yeah.
I really hated bricks. I'm glad I bought bricks, you know, when the market was at the absolute slump. And it's allowing us to do what we want to do now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I could ever go back to bricks.
Yeah, I think I would struggle myself.
We were in a friend's house yesterday and you know, much as yesterday and today, weren't we? And even she said, like, she got 6 toilets, and I'm like, 6 toilets? I've got 1. And we can reach it from any part of the van. And she was in the kitchen going like, oh, she had to walk to the sink. It was like half a mile away.
Yeah, it was a long way, wasn't it?
We just turned around and grabbed and used the sink, you know. And when we went back to the house, it felt like a hike to go from the blooming cooker to the fridge.
Yeah.
And
it's too
you don't need all that space. Look at how much space you use when you're sat down in wherever you are. How much space do you actually use?
I sit in the corner where Lindsay's sat now. That's where I sit 99% of the time.
My phone on there, and I'm sat here.
Yeah, most people they want a big house, but you only use one bit of a room at a time.
I don't need any more space than what I've got, to be honest. Any more than what I've got, it would be greed.
I don't need a 7-seater sofa. I don't need a massive coffee table. I don't need a 60-inch TV on the blooming wall.
Yeah.
You know, the other side of the room, when I've got an iPad that's literally 2 feet from me when I'm in bed.
And it looks 60-inch when you're 2 feet away.
60 inches, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, you just don't need the space. And also, I couldn't stand the view every morning in the house. You pull those curtains and it's like...
someone else's house.
God, there's another house over there. You know.
Mm.
Whereas I get bored with my what I see out the window, I can change it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where we are tonight, I'm not saying where we are, even though it's probably come out in a few weeks' time. The sea's that way. You know, and there's nothing between us.
Yeah.
You'd pay £1 million for that view for a house. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I put a post up like that the other day.
Yeah.
Fantastic views, middle of nowhere, and you would pay literally over £1 million for an house in that position, and I could go park there in my van and have the same views for free.
Most people that own those houses wouldn't actually live in them. They'd be a holiday home.
And they probably wouldn't even look out and look at that view and notice it.
No.
They wouldn't care.
That's the thing.
But you don't. You see things day after day after day. You have the best view in the world. You get bored with it.
Do you get frustrated? Do you get frustrated with the government, councils, policy, whoever it is that are putting in the policies that you... have I a sore point here? I just see you nudge.
Fucking capsules.
Do you get frustrated that they are trying to remove parking places from people like us to park for free, and not even people like us, just like normal car drivers or people that want to enjoy the life, enjoy the outdoors, go park up, go walking in the countryside? Do you get frustrated at that?
And it's not just us they're picking on. We've got a lot of people our friends with disabled children, and a lot of them have got WAVs, wheelchair access vehicles, and they're above the 2 metre height.
Yeah.
Some of them are 2, 3, and they can't access these car parks now because they're putting all these stupid height barriers across.
Sure, yeah.
They can't take their kids to the beach. They can't take their kids to the villages and all that because of the height barriers.
So anyone with any disability is not going to get in there, or anyone with a serious disability.
Most height barriers are 2.1 and under.
Yeah.
A lot of WAVs are over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need a higher vehicle if you've got a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know, because the headspace inside. And yeah, it was discrimination against anyone who hasn't just got your average run-of-the-mill car.
Yeah.
For going about, you know, usually working 9 to 5 on a flipping Monday to Friday, and going out for the weekend, they're fine.
Yeah.
But anybody else that doesn't kind of conform to, I think, what the government sees as normal, we get discriminated. We can't park.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that will sort of, I've got almost 30 minutes of video there.
Got very political there, haven't we, a bit?
Well,
fine.
that's me, is it? It's what I do on my channel a lot of the time. I want to poke people into thinking about what is going on in their communities, because if we don't notice, then
I think what people forget to ask themselves is, why do they have the opinions they've got? So it's all too easy to watch the news and read the newspapers and listen to your local councillor spiel his crap and go, oh yeah, I'm behind that. But why are you behind it? Because everyone else is? Or because you actually believe in what's being said?
But like I pointed out at that Morecambe protest, are the people really behind it? Because a lot of the people seem to be supporting the van life group that was driving down the road, bibbing their horns and saying, stop this no parking ban. And we got a lot of support from the local community from that. So is it really
that's what I'm saying, if you
the
listen
locals?
to the media,
Is it hype?
Yeah.
There is a small minority in every walk of life that ruin it for other people.
The Karen.
Sorry
if your name's Karen, by the way.
Dave, you know, whatever you're called, who will ruin it for other people.
Yeah.
And the powers that be listen to them, the minority rather than the majority. And we're the ones that have to pay for it, and while the Karens are getting away with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid in council, in government, my opinion is they're all Karens.
Yeah.
And they don't want to see people having a good time.
But that's how they progress up the.
They don't want to see us living an alternative life. They want us to go and work in a bloody warehouse for all our lives, and
screwing as much money out of us as possible.
70, 75 even.
Yeah.
Well, the hardest work they've ever done is to push a pen or push a mouse around a desk.
Yeah.
They haven't got a clue. They really haven't got a clue. And that's all I'm going to say about councils. But yeah, I think the whole lot should be abolished and started again.
So I'm going to try and pin you down tomorrow. Not literally, but I'm going to try and get a van tour, even though everyone else has been there before me. And we'll have a look.
It's been a while. It's been a while, to be fair.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for talking to me. I hope you've enjoyed your meal tonight. Because it was like, I've done my best. I've done my best to poison them. I've cooked. They've arrived quite late tonight, so I've cooked them dinner. And what did we have? We had chicken curry, didn't we? Edible.
It was delicious.
It's definitely edible.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm sure our separated toilet will get a good workout in the morning.
Well, it wasn't that hot, was it?
No.
You might be able to do it all in one bowl.
There is a council bin just down there.
Yeah, a black one.
So our poo will be going in there.
Right. Thanks for your chat.
You're welcome.
And that's Lindsay and Jane. Do you want to spread your YouTube channel? You're not YouTube.
We don't do YouTube.
Your Facebook.
YouTube.
We're on Rita Relay on all social channels.
Yes.
So if you want to find us, just type in Rita Relay and you'll find us.
And a small plug, if you are looking on Instagram, please check out the Monkey Bunker. That's all I'm saying about it.
Fantastic. Right, so this is Lindsay and Jane's van. Got some lovely wheels on there. Won them in a competition, I believe. We'll have a chat about that in a minute. So, let's go and have a look inside. So you've got a dog gate made out of pallet wood, I believe. Right, so this is your home. I will do. You've got. I'm trying to get as wide angle as possible. So you've got revolving seats, whatever you want to call them. Turning seats at the front, give you a bit more space. Come in. We could do with a wider angle on this if I can get it as wide as possible. That should work. So you've done all the work yourself, didn't you? Obviously.
Yeah, that's a better van.
So 12 volt fridge, is that off gas and electric, or is that
just 12 volt?
Just 12 volt.
12 volt compressor.
Yeah.
It's not big enough really, we're going to put a bigger one in.
Yeah.
Full height. Take the drawer out.
Does the seating area turn into another bed, or is it just seated?
No, it's just seating.
Just seating.
The toilet's underneath the right hand one and the alcohol's
Toilet
underneath
under
the
there
left.
and
Yeah.
box under there.
Right. And loads of storage up there all the way along.
That was the plan, to have as much storage as possible.
Yeah.
But there's also as much floor space because you've got
the other
these two
side.
idiots.
Sorry, try and not the tread on your doggies. And that's a camping cooker, is it? Is it a motorhome cooker, or is it a?
Yeah,
It's not an household, is it?
No, it's not a household. No, it's made for camper vans and boats.
Do you ever hit your head on the bed, on the cupboard,
No, this one would be.
on that corner there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it on that one.
Yeah, hit there, and also hit me on there.
Yeah.
But then you're in a small space, so
So what did you insulate with?
we've got dowel in the walls, and every nook and cranny, every little crevice. We've got polystyrene in the roof and the floor,
Right.
and then we've got that sticky back stuff with the foil on it
Up there.
up on here because we're getting
Yeah.
a lot of condensation up there.
Right. And you use a screen cover as well.
We do, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
must.
Hmm.
Keeps the heat in.
So, yeah, I think that's about it, really, isn't it? What more can I say about a van?
Is it?
Yeah. It's all right, isn't it?
We
So,
like it.
yeah,
It's home, yeah.
yeah, it's the main thing.
It doesn't feel like a van when you shut the door.
Yeah,
You know, I didn't want it to feel like a van. Didn't want it to look like a van inside. You know, your traditional camper van.
yeah. To be honest, the bed at the back seems to be the common thing, don't it? I mean, everyone goes with the bed at the back and the sink by the sliding door here, so you can see out. And
Well, you need to distribute the weight evenly.
Yeah,
Some people put the whole kitchen on one side and then wonder when they go around corners the whole thing wallows
yeah,
because there's all the weight's over here and nothing that side.
yeah.
So just kind of worked it out and split it.
Hmm.
And we needed a big garage, so
Yeah, plenty of room
Yeah.
underneath there.
yeah,
Loads of room.
we fit what we need to fit.
And the naughty step. Don't forget the naughty step.
And then always
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So you can get in bed. Nice.
Hinge it so we can get access to it properly.
All right, yeah.
So if it was full, it would only open to there, and then you can't.
Oh, so is the step fixed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, okay, yeah.
It's used for pea paper and wood pellets for the toilet.
Right.
But yeah, I fixed it because we had just one of those normal steps before, plastic steps, and the damn thing would go up from under your foot.
Yeah.
So I fixed that one. It's just the right size. But yeah, I quite like this stuff.
Hmm. Okay. Another van tour. Right, so once again we've come to the end of another video. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you out there, I'll see you on the next one. It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Dylan. Take care.